Disruption, digital disruption. What does it mean for industry? What does it mean for the HSE profession? What's AI? What's big data? What's this VR? What's augmented reality? What are all these terms? I've been thinking about these things and what it means for my role as a HSE professional. What does it mean for the industry that I'm in or other industries that I've been in? And when I've gone to the web to try and find some information, there wasn't a lot that I could find in any one place. I've decided to just jump in there, start my own YouTube channel and share information and learnings as they come along. For me, when I think about disruption, I think about what Uber did to the taxi industry, Airbnb, what it did to hoteling industry. So to me, it's this massive shift that impacts and resonates through the whole industry. And I guess that's why I'm really interested in what's going to happen in industry, especially for HSE. Are there any of those shifts coming along? From what I've seen initially, I'm looking around, I'm seeing some technologies, I'm hearing talking about AI, I'm hearing talking about big data. I'm not too sure if that's more an evolution and we're just leveraging off technology, or is it disruption? Myself personally, I don't think there is something called HSE disruption. Because I'm a HSE professional, that's why I'm looking at disruption but through the eyes or the lens from a HSE perspective. From the disruptive technologies out there that I've already seen, it appears that they already impact on safety, productivity, efficiency, quality. As we know, health and safety is good performance is really just another byproduct of good business. Because there's so many different moving parts around disruptive technologies, I'm really trying to find some sort of model that helps me at least give myself a framework to try and put the pieces in play. And maybe I don't have the right model, or maybe a model doesn't exist, or maybe there is one. If you know of one, then please, again, let me know. But as a HSE person, one model which I've tried to apply the concept of PEEPO, people, equipment, environment, procedures, and organisational factors. And that comes from the ICAM incident investigation methodology. So when I break that down and look at, for example, people, I was looking at something about Google Glass where they applied it in tractor manufacturing plant. So straight away I saw the operations personnel. Is there a step change now? Is their skill set going to have to change from previously being pure technicians, for example, involved in tractors, to all of a sudden knowing how to interface with new technology? So is there obviously there's a skill set change there. So as HSE personnel, what's our role in all of this? Are we leaders? Are we enablers? Risk managers? The risk assessors? Who knows? Again, interested in people's thoughts, and hopefully I can talk to some experts around HSE who've done this and have gone down this path. What does it mean for the leaders of our organisations, or the leader of your organisation or leadership team, the board level? Are they up to speed? Do they see this coming? Everyone within the organisation is going to be impacted. If I think about the workplace environment, the environment that your operation occurs within, is disruptive technology going to change the environment? I think about the cultural environment that people work within. What happens there? What happens when a technician of 25 years experience who's done it this way every day all of a sudden has to put some Google Glass on? What does that mean for the workplace culture and the environment?
Okay, Glass? Okay, Glass, take a picture. You must sign in.
You must sign in. How do I sign in without a pen?
I would assume that the disruptive technology certainly is going to impact on our work processes. Will some work processes become redundant because, for example, a robot will just do it anyway? Or even if it's done, then do we still need that work process, and how do we monitor and measure that and control risk? New methods coming in, such as how people interact with these technologies. Thinking about the risk profile. So if we bring in, for example, I saw this thing about Google Glass, someone asked the question, well, what risks are introduced into the organisation when someone is using Google Glass? And I watched this really cool video where the person was talking to it, but their attention was wholly focused then on the actual Google Glass inside the glass and nothing around the outside environment as well. Does that introduce some challenges as well. The operating standards, do we need new policies? So, for example, if you have these wearable techs, who controls them? What's the security around that? And what's the information security? Maybe they can be hacked. I don't know, need to talk to IT people around that as well. I'm sure you've seen different things. There's all of the wearables, which is your watches and other monitors that can be held on your person. I saw this really cool thing of a hard hat of the future, which essentially looks like what you think the pilots wear now. Has a full heads-up display inside the hard hat, and it's monitoring all these different things in the external work environment. Safety vest, for example, has an automatic defibrillator inside it. If someone should fall over and have a heart problem, and then it could automatically alert and can automatically self-diagnose and then automatically treat. These vests are linked in with proximity detectors. They know where people should be and shouldn't be, and they can track people. And I guess that's another thing around, well, all of a sudden people are more trackable and traceable. What does that mean from an industrial relations perspective? I think that's a whole nother conversation itself. I'm pretty excited to learn about exoskeletons. Think Robocop type thing that's already out there and is being trialled. I saw some trials there in the US in construction. One I'm struggling with within this model is artificial intelligence. Where does that fit in the model? Is it almost classed as a person? Is it equipment? Is it environment? Is it the process? Is it the organisation level? Is it all of that? Really interested in people's feedback and thoughts around artificial intelligence, how it's applicable or how it's being applied, or where they see it going as well. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way through to the end. Your time is precious, and I appreciate you spending the time to watch this. If you'd like to see more content like we've shared in this video, or the content that's going to come along, please click the subscribe button. If you have some feedback, good or bad, or anything in general, please use the comments section to share your thoughts. If you have some information you think we should share on this channel, or things we should think about, either direct message me or again look at the link to the video where we talk about who we're actually looking forward to talk to. And thank you very much again for watching. Speak to you again soon. Bye bye.